Volkan Oezdemir, he opened up as a plus 110 dog, but we know that he can definitely get it done, especially at dog odds. Looking at current odds right now, AJ, this is a pick 'em, minus 110 a pop. This is a coin flip, the definition of a coin flip right there. So my question is, if you're looking at Volkan Oezdemir, he had an interesting run. Got a win over Ilir Latifi. He was able to split decision Alexander Rakic, big win. You lose to Ankalaev, you lose to Yuri Prohashka, you beat Paul Craig, right? So back on the board, big. Lose to Nikita Krylov, and then you get Bogdan Guskov, which he's like overperformed a little bit right there, Guskov. Like it actually turned out to be a little bit of a better win than we thought. But that's all to say, Ozdemir's just been inconsistent, man. For me, it's been a hard guy to read, and I haven't had the best experience betting on him because of that inconsistency. Johnny Walker, almost in the same camp, but AJ, would I be a crazy man to tell you that I truly believe that this is the resurgence of Johnny Walker? I truly believe it, man. I really believe that if you're breaking it down, Johnny Walker, if he sticks to his guns, if he stays in the center of the cage and he just checks a couple of good kicks, lands his own calf kicks, and brings the fight to him, invites the fight, he sits down on his shots and avoids the takedown, I think that he can beat almost anybody in this division. I don't know if I'm a crazy man. Obviously, Ankalaev, my dark horse of the light heavyweight division, who can't get his title shot for whatever reason. Yeah, he lost to him, but this is not him. This is a Volkan Oezdemir. And without being too biased, I just want you to play off of what I just mentioned right here. Fair or foul?
Oh, absolutely fair, Derek. I love this new and you said resurgence of Johnny Walker, man. I love this new character, a new style that he's been presented, man, because not only is he just dangerous, explosive, but he's calculated. He knows timing now, man. And this guy has fun in there. He's back to the fun Johnny Walker. He's not doing the worm anymore and dislocating his shoulder, but he's putting his fist more in a better position to provide for his family, right? He's knocking people out, getting things done, man. I love this version of Johnny Walker, so I agree with you. Is his talent level at the spot where he's going to take over? I think if not there now, he's one small click away, and that could be the knockout of Oezdemir, of the next opponent, and keeps the ball rolling. This could be that moment that sends him off.
Are you confident in that? Plus 230 TKO for Walker, given that they have Oezdemir at plus 240 for a TKO on his end? I didn't know Johnny Walker was that knockoutable, if you will. But are you confident in that plus 230 on the Walker side?
Confident? Not really, Derek. I mean, if there's one outcome that this fight is more than likely going to have, it's going to be knockout. But saying I'm confident one side or the other, no, man, because I also have coin toss written down, and this was before the odds made it a coin toss. I see this one a very even style of fight, especially with how they've handled similar opponents in the past. So I'm not sure if finish is going to be here. What do you think?
Well, the good thing is that this is not the Bloody Water Podcast picks. This is my picks and your picks, and I disagree, sir. I think that Johnny Walker, I see the number. I see the number, and I see what the odds makers are thinking, but I personally think that he should be a little bit of a heavier favorite. And actually, if we go on over and bring the big screen up again, a real-time odd flip right here. Not a flip, but a switch, a slight shift. Minus 115 now for Johnny Walker. So we're starting to go back. Obviously, folks, these odds change all the time. So what are they? Asterisk odds subject to change or something like that? Yeah, we put that. Just pretend that we did that. All right. Listen, I think that only thing that could really spice this thing up is if Volkan Oezdemir can get in, can punch in bunches right there, and can really knock Johnny Walker off of his statue, off of his equilibrium, and make him a very moving fighter. We already know Walker will go back up against the cage and just hold his ground right there and look to counter strike. I just think it's a matter right here of who can, for Walker, if he can land the one, I think he gets it done. If Oezdemir can get in and punch and bunch, I think that he could really, really get it done there. But my pick is going to be on Johnny Walker. Without diving crazy into the analytics or anything like that, is there anything else that you want to cover here? Because the last thing that I'm going to do is hit over and unders, and then we're moving it on, brother.
You nailed it, brother. I think Oezdemir is going to try to walk Johnny Walker down, beat him up, punches and bunches, win the fight on a TKO, maybe win this fun on a drag out. Who knows? But I'm going with Oezdemir, and I like the way he stopped his style of fight. Fair
play. 240 plus 240 on Oezdemir for TKO.
Ooh, man, I'm sticking with that money line, brother. Like I said, there's some unsureties going on right here.
Fair play. All right, man. So over and under right here as we bring up the big screen one final time for the main card. Minus 160 over 1.5 rounds, plus 130 on the under. I'm conflicted, man. I don't know. What's your thoughts?
Ooh, I'm taking that under, Derek. I would take that under all day. Plus 130, two big guys going in there with KO power on each side. Like, it makes sense to me, but at the same time, I could also see how the tentativeness and the cautious of both these fighters takes it past that 1.5.
Is it fair to say the unofficial parlay for you is going to be the under on the Walker Oezdemir and the under on Pavlovich and Volkov? Is it fair to say this is breaking news?
Fair to say, Derek, I'm taking the under for sure.
All right, we heard it here first, folks. Listen, this doesn't happen very often, but this is an official AJ parlay for you folks right here. So listen, take the bread where the bread is made. All right, with that being said, this is not a Bloody Water Podcast consensus pick. This is a little bit of a contentious pick. I'm rolling with Walker. AJ's rolling with Oezdemir.